Hi viewers, how are you? This is Mr. S. Kishore Kumar, DAV Louis Vicat Bharati Vidya Mandir from AP Zone 2. So in last session we have discussed about basic proportionality theorem and its converse. Now we would like to discuss about the problem related to the basic proportionality theorem and its converse. So without wasting our time, let's have a glance. So before entering into the problems, we just recapitulate what we have discussed in our previous classes. The first one is a basic proportionality theorem. So in basic proportionality theorem, you know that if a line parallel to a side of a triangle intersects the remaining sides in two distinct points, then the line divides the side in the same proportion. So in any triangle, you just consider this is a B, C. If L is parallel to BC, if L is parallel to BC, so the result we will get AP by PB equals to AQ by QC. So that is the PPT theorem. Whereas the converse is different. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. So in this case, AP by PB equals to AQ by QC is given. Then automatically in reverse, you have to prove that PQ is parallel to BC. That is called converse of a basic proportionality theorem. RL is parallel to BC also. So these two are the main fundamental theorems. So if we are very good at this, we can easily do any kind of problems. So all the best children. Let's have a start. Yeah. So this is the first question for us. So in this slide we will analyze the problem. First I would like to give some tips to you children. When you see the geometry question, you have to read the question very clearly. When you read the question, you will get a plan in your mind. How will you approach? And the second point, what theorem will it apply or what formula will I apply? So that's what the first tip is. You have to read the question properly, then you will get an idea. See the question: in a triangle PQR, ST is a line. ST is a line such that PS by SQ and PT by TR as basic proportionality theorem what we have discussed. And something additional information also given. Angle PST, yes, angle PST equals to angle PRQ, so this is also additional information is given. So what we are going to prove? Yes, the total triangle should be a isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle means you know that opposite angles should be equal. So angle Q equal to angle R, or angle PQ are equal to angle PRQ. If you prove, then your destination you can easily reach. Very simple. So after finding the opposite angles are equal, then you can easily prove that their opposite sides will be equal. Yes. So without wasting time, what is given here? PS by SQ equals to PT by TR. Yes. So you know that now we have discussed about that. If AP equals to PB and AQ by QC, then automatically PQ is parallel to BC. What we have discussed here. So here it is given that. What is that? PS by SQ equals to PT by TR, then automatically ST is parallel to QR. Yes, this is the converse of BPT. This is the converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. Yes, these two lines are parallel. Now we could understand. Then what the thing will happen? So in the question it is given that angle PST equals to angle PRQ. Yes, it is only given in the question. We didn't do anything. But we know the property of a green. I will change, then you can easily understand. Yes. So, ST and QR, these two are what? Parallel lines. So, parallel lines, you just find out what is this angle PST. Angle PST equals to, can I write angle PQR? Angle PQR, because this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. What is that? Corresponding angles. Yes. So if you observe that, I will change one more color. Yeah, if you observe that, if LHS are equal, then automatically RHS automatically equal. So what did you get? Angle PRQ is equals to angle PQR. Angle PRQ mean this angle. Angle PQR mean this angle. So your destination you have arrived, because in triangle PQR you proved that angle PRQ equals to angle PQR. Opposite angles are equal. So if you proved that angle PQR equals to angle PRQ, then automatically their opposite sides PQR opposite side is a PR, and angle PRQ opposite side is a PQ. Yes. If in any triangle opposite angles and their opposite sides are equal, that triangle is called as isosceles triangle. So this is my analysis. I hope you could understand this. Yeah. So this is the problem. So as usual, so you have to, in examination, you have to write very clearly step by step wise. So once again, we would like to review in triangle PQR what is given, that PS by PQ equal to PT by TR. Yes. And also given that angle PST equal to PRQ. These two are equal. It is given that. Then what you are going to prove? The total triangle is a isosceles triangle. Yes, proof now. So in proof, first you start with PS by S cube, because it is given that PT by TR. You know that it's the converse of a basic proportionality theorem. You can say that ST line is parallel to QR. Yes. After that, after taking these two are parallel, you can say that these two are parallel lines. This is a transversal. Then you can say that this angle equals to this angle. This angle mean what? Angle PST. And this angle mean angle PQR. Yes, these two should be equal. That is nothing but corresponding angles of the lines ST is parallel to QR. Then it is given that in the question angle PST equals to angle PRQ. Yes, if you observe the first equation and second equation, this is also angle PST, this is also angle PST. LHS are equal. Then automatically RHS will be equal. So from 1 and 2, you have to write the RHS answers. Angle PQ are equal to angle PRQ. So now we got angle PQR and PRQ. These opposite angles in a triangle. In a triangle, these two are what? Opposite angles. If opposite angles are equal, automatically their opposite angle sides will be equal. So already we discussed that in a triangle, sides opposite equal angles are equal. Hence PQR is a isosceles triangle. I hope you could understand this problem. Yeah. So this is the second question. Once again, I am telling you that you have to read the question very clearly. Then you have to think what application you have to apply, what theorem you have to apply, and any property want to apply. You have to think after that. First of all, you should read the question properly, you could understand the question properly, then only you will reach your destination exactly 100%. If you did not read the question properly, you can't reach your destination exactly. This is my humble suggestion to all my students. Yes, this is the question. In the figure, LM, yes, this is LM, is parallel to CB. Yes, these two are parallel. We could easily identify from the picture also. And LN is parallel to CD. Yes, these two also parallel. So what we are going to prove, AM by AB, yes, equals to AN by AD. Yeah, that we are going to prove that. So what we have to move. So we know basic proportionality theorem and converse of a basic proportionality theorem. So you just observe the whole picture is mixing with triangle ABC is there, and at down invertedly angle ACD, triangle ACD also there. So first you select the first triangle. In first triangle what? In triangle A, B, C. Yeah. In triangle ABC, if you observe that LM is parallel to, it is given in the question, LM is parallel to CB. Yes. So what will happen? If two lines are parallel, so it's related to the basic proportionality theorem. Simply, immediately you have to apply AM by MB equals to AL by LC. Yes. So you are going to move with AM by AB, AN by AD. So in numerators we have A. So if you observe the question, all are from AM by AB and AN by AD. But in first equation we got AM by MB and AL by LC. So with moving with A, only numerators we have. So that's what you have to reciprocal it. If you reciprocal, what will you get? MB by AM equals to AL by LC. Am I right? So after that you just add 1 and 1 on both sides. Then what will you get? We will see. This is one kind of analysis. The next, if you observe that the down triangle, so what is one more triangle is here, triangle ACD. In triangle ACD, LN is parallel to CD. This is all analysis. I am not doing problem. So we'll enter into the next slide. If you get clear understanding in this slide, if you analyze this slide, we can easily find out the solution easily in the coming slide. So in triangle ACD, LN is parallel to CD. So automatically you can write, you can apply the basic proportionality theorem. Yes, AN by ND, because these two are parallel. AN by ND equal to AL by LC. AL by LC. Yes. So our destination has AM by AB, AN by AD. All are starting with A. Here also same we have only numerators. That's what again you have to reciprocal it. ND by AN equal to LC by AL, because in denominators we have beginning with S. So if you add 1 here and 1 here, you will get one more equation. So upper triangle also same application we have applied, and down triangle ACD also we have applied the same triangle. So in upper triangle we got one result, in down triangle we got one result. When you make it, we can reach our destination. This is our analysis. So without wasting our time, you just go to the solution. That only. You just see that. So LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. Yes. So first you concentrate on triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, you just apply basic proportionality theorem. AM by BM equals to AL by LC. Yes. After that, I told you before, we are going to reach the destination is AM by AB equals to AN by AD. That's what you have to reciprocal it. So after reciprocaling, AM by AM equals to LC by AL. After you adding 1 and 1 to both side, you will get, you just take LCM, MB and AM by AM and LC plus AL by AL. You just observe from the picture, MB by AM, MB plus AM, MB plus AM equal to what? AB. Yes, like that. LC plus AL, LC plus AL equal to AC. Yes, so instead of this numerator you write AB, instead of this numerator you write AC. Yes, so AB by AM equals to AC by AL. Now again, because here you reciprocaled, that's what here also you reciprocaled. So AM by AB equal to AL by AC. What we have done, analyze in the empty slide, we have reached first equation. Yes. Now the first triangle, what we have done in inverted triangle, if you just observe that in triangle ACD, LN is parallel to CD, simply apply AN by ND equals to AL by LC. Yes, after that again you have to reciprocal because we have to move with A. So now you just add 1, 1 to here on both side. If you are adding both side, what will you get? If you add 1 to both side, ND plus AN by AN and LC plus AL plus AL. Yeah. Now again you just observe the picture. ND plus AN, ND plus AN equal to what? AD. And LC plus AL equal to AC. Yes. So simply in numerator part ND plus AN you write AD and LC plus AL you write AC. So you got AD by AN and AC by AL. Because here we reciprocal na, and here also you have to make it reciprocal. You got equation 2. Already equation 1 is there and equation 2 also there. So from 1 and 2 you can write that here also AM by AB equal to AL by AC. Here also AN by AD equal to AL by AC. So AL by AC here also there, in equation 2 also there. Automatically RHS are equal, LHS will be equal. So what are the LHS? AM by AB and here AN by AD. So this is our proof. I hope you could understand. So before entering into the solution, first you read the question and you yourself draw the picture and you yourself make analyze and what plan you are going to do. So here also I am doing in an empty slide, I am just giving mind planning. It's simply we are calling mind planning or analyzing. In geometry, that is very very important. Without having analyzing, we can't enter into the next step. Like we can't move 1 inch in our journey. So that is very very important. So in geometry, you have to read the question very clearly and you have to take your weapons, which weapon is suitable for that particular battle. So that is very very important. Here you just see the third question. In the figure is given ABC triangle is there. So DE is parallel to AC. DE is parallel to AC. And DF is parallel to AE. So what you are going to prove? DF by FE. DF by FE equals to BE by EC. BE by EC. So how will you go? You just first of all, can you do directly or can I explain? Yeah, I will. We will try. So the first one is what? DE is parallel to AC. So DE is parallel to AC. So you have to consider triangle A, otherwise BAC. AC is a base. Just see that BAC. Okay. So triangle BAC. Simply you apply what? Basic proportionality theorem. So what is that? BD by DA equals to BE by EC. This is equation 1. The first one is BD by DA equals to BE by EC. So that is the first equation, because the first parallel line gives us the converse of a basic proportionality theorem. I have written this first equation. In second equation, you just observe that DF is parallel to AE. So DF is parallel to AE. So this time it is considered that triangle BAE only. BAE, because it is given that DF is parallel to AE. That's what. Simply you consider BAE. So in triangle BAE, simply write BD by DA. BD by DA equals to DF by FE. BF by FE. Am I right, children? So this is equation 2. Almost you reached your destination, because in 2 equations you have a BF by FE. If you observe that BF by FE, BE by EC, BE by EC equal to BE by BF by FE. So from the 2 parallel lines, if parallel line is given in that particular problem, you have to apply for the converse of a basic proportionality theorem. If you go with that, automatically you will reach your destination. See what will happen in the solution. Yeah. In first equation, how did we take in triangle ABC? DE is parallel to AC. Yes. After that, you just apply if 2 lines, if one side is parallel to the one side of a triangle, automatically remaining 2 sides will proportionality mean BE by EC equals to BD by DA. That is only it is given. A line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle divides the other 2 sides in the same ratio or proportional, what we have discussed. So BE by AC equals to BD by DA. That is the first equation. In second equation, triangle ABE, only this part you just see, because DF and AE, this side base is AE now. So simply you can apply BD by DA equals to BF by FE. That is only. BD by DA equal to BF by FE. So after framing the 2 equations, you just observe that here BE by AC, here also BE by AC equal to BD by DA, BF by FE equal to BD by DA. So BD by DA is a common in the two equations. In two equations, what are the common? What are the common? BD by DA is the common. So automatically you just take that BE by AC equal to BF by FE. Yes. From the two equations, simply you write the LHS part. That is only what you wanted to reach. So hence proved. I hope you could understand. Yes, the question is prove that a line drawn through a midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. Yes. So here the question is given prove that a line is drawn through a midpoint of one side of a triangle. So one side, it is given that it is clearly given. It is clearly given if you draw one line, one side of a triangle, it should be the midpoint of one side of a triangle. So here the D is a midpoint of particular side AB. So if D is a midpoint, automatically you can say that AD by DB, because you draw D is a parallel line, now that's what. It's not a midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. So that's what you just write AE by EC. So we don't know about this side, but we know clearly it is given in the one side. The D is a midpoint. So D is a midpoint mean what? Automatically the AD equals to DB. AD equals to DB. So AD and DB are equal lengths. Automatically you will reach 1. Because equal by equals we know automatically you will get a 1. So that's what here this side E by EC. Do cross multiplication. So AE by EC. We got it. AE by EC means what? AE and EC, the two sides are equal. Automatically E should be the midpoint of a third side. So and another side bisects third side. Bisects mean what? Equally divide. It should be divided equally. So already we have proved equally it is divided. AE equals to EC. Yes. I hope this is only the analysis. Just see the problem. Yeah. What is given? Triangle ABC is only given and D is a midpoint of AB. Yes. So in a triangle you have a three sides. AB is a side, BC is a side and AC is a side. So you have only D is only the midpoint of AB. So and one more thing is given that DE is parallel to BC. DE is parallel to EC. So these all are the given in the question. Now what you are going to prove? E is a midpoint of AC. So E is a midpoint of AC means what? AE distance equal to EC because it should be bisect. So you have to prove that AE equal to EC. Yeah, very simple. How did we go with in analyzing slide? You just go through that. D is a midpoint, that's what AD equals to DB. Yes, that is the first point. And the second point, it is given that DE is parallel to BC. DE is parallel to BC. This one also it is given in the question. So then what will happen? You have to apply the BPT. So what is BPT? AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Yes, we have applied the basic proportionality theorem. But we know that AD by DB equals to 1 because AD distance equal to DB distance. So equal by equal always will gives us 1. So that's what AD by DB equal to 1. So if you substitute 1 instead of AD by DB, if you write 1, you will get AE by EC automatically 1. That is only the fifth point. So AE by EC equals to 1. If you do cross multiplication, AE equals to EC. So our destination has successfully, we have reached our destination. So AE equals to EC, hence proved. Automatically E is a midpoint of AC. I hope you could understand. Yes, this time something is different. Prove that a line joining the midpoint of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. Yes. So it's nothing but what we have proved in the fifth question. It's the converse of the basic proportionality. That means you just apply that. So in this time it is given that. So in first question, what we have, what is given? DE is parallel to BC, D is a midpoint of AB. So you proved that E is a midpoint of AC. But in this question, something different. What is that different? Prove that a line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle parallel to the third side. In previous question, it is given that DE is parallel to BC. We have proved that AD equals to DB because it is given D is a midpoint, it is given. And we proved AE equals to EC. But this time it is given these 2 points. You have to prove the two should be DE is parallel to BC. How? Yeah, as usual, it is given that the two midpoints of any two sides. So two midpoints mean you can write that. So in AB, D is a midpoint. So that's what automatically in AB, D is a midpoint mean the total side is equally divided as AD and DB. Simply you write AD by DB equals to 1. And now simply you write this side also it is given that E is a midpoint of AC. You can write that AE by EC equal to 1. So here also equals by equal, here also equals by equal. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If you observe that it gave us one value, it gave us unit value. So RHS side equal, that's what automatically LHS should be equal. So you can write AD by DB equals to AE by EC. AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Then what will happen in converse of BPT? Yes, obviously DE is parallel to BC by the converse of basic proportionality theorem. So we reached our destination. This is our analysis. Yes. So in triangle ABC, D is a midpoint of AB and E is a midpoint of AC. Yes, that is only given. What you are going to prove? DE is parallel to BC. DE is parallel to PC. That is only you are going to prove that. So we know that D is a midpoint of AB. So that's what AD by DB. The value should be 1 because AD measurement and DB measurement are same. So equal by equal always gives us the value 1. That's what it's a equation 1. And the same you have to apply this side also. AE by EC. E is a midpoint. So E divided the segment AC into divided into two equal parts. That's what AE by EC equal to 2. If you observe 1 and 2 equations, the both side RHS value should be equal. So AD by DB equals to AE by EC. AD by DB equals to AE by EC. So what? So if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then it is parallel to the third side. We have learned in converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. So there is no doubt at all, DE is parallel to BC. I hope you could understand. So my dear children, practice well and do it 2 to 3 times. So thank you very much. In next session we will meet again. Until then, stay tuned.